Welcome back to the Run with Manny Wilson. I'm still here with my special guest, Ellis Bobbitt. Now, speaking of people taking the blame for a team, I'm gonna ask you about this Carmelo. I shared some personal thoughts about Carmelo and him taking the blame for the Houston Rockets the other day. And do you think he's like taking the blame? Should he just hang it up before his legacy is ruined about, not being a team player, or should he just stick it out and prove to everybody he's still good?
I think he been in the league 16 years.
He been in the league almost just as long as LeBron, I think.
Yeah, so he been in the league for a minute, and right now he's in a position where, like, people, the media, they control what people think of players, Mm-hmm. So right now, that's all people been talking about. Oh, he's not a team player. Oh, he's not this.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's not doing what people want him to be doing in Houston right now.
Right.
So if his love for basketball is strong enough, and he wants to keep playing, and he's not worried about that, I say go ahead, play till you can't play no more. But if he's worried about his legacy in the league and how people gonna think about him 10 years from now, definitely I would say he should consider about hanging it up.
I don't know, man. You're right about the media. Definitely right about how the media can create false narratives and stuff like that. But I look at myself as a media too. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna look at it this way. Melo can still hoop. He might not be like the star franchise player anymore.
Hoodie Melo can still hoop.
Hoodie Melo can't play in the NBA games. So that's a different type of Melo. But even the regular Carmelo, he can still hoop. I'm not saying he's the dominant. I'm gonna give you 40. I'm gonna give you this many buckets every night. But in terms of being a role player, Carmelo Anthony is still definitely valuable to any team. And I say this because in the past we never seen Carmelo agree or apply to any team's game plan. It was always his way or the highway in the past. That's how he did it with the Knicks. That's how he did it with the Nuggets. And now he's with the Rockets, or even the OKC. It was that way. You started to see him a little bit change his mind in terms of the way he played, but his mindset of coming off the bench trying to help the team was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'm Carmelo Anthony. I'm not doing that. But now with the Houston Rockets, he's 100% trying to blend in with the team and trying to be all a team player and everything. And now he's treated so badly. People is dogging him out. The Rockets organization is doing him bold. And this is the first time in his career that he's actually made a team decision, like trying to make something better or choosing a decision that's bigger than himself.
Yeah. So
this is why I say he can still be valuable to a team, because younger Melo was always, no, I got to do this. I need to start. The focus needs to be around me. And now he's coming to terms with himself like, all right, look, I can take a small role. I can just play. I can try and play this way if you guys want me to. He's trying to actually be a team player in that way. And so that's why I'm thinking, well, if Melo goes here, they might be able to use him a better way. Because if you think about it, there's so many players in the league. I said it on my last episode a few days ago. Actually, I said it on my last episode. And I was like, Carmelo is so much better than a lot of people in the league. Like, think about the scrubs. Just think about a lot of scrubs in the league and the kind of goofy plays that you see when you watching the game. Mm-hmm. And you're like, who is this dude playing small forward that is just so uncoordinated and cannot do anything, can't shoot, can't dribble? He's straight off of effort, playing all off of effort. Melo still has some skill to give to the league. And that's why I have an opinion that if he goes to the right team, he's going to try and accept the role. Because clearly he wants to still play. I don't think he said anything about the Rockets, or he ain't played the last 3 games at the Rockets. So clearly he wants to still play. But
like I said, like his love for the game right now is preceding like the other things, like his love for the game. He want to keep playing, so he gonna conform with what the team needs to do to win,
Yeah.
And he want to be a team player, like you said. So it shows his maturity in the game, and like it shows that he's he's moved past like it's Melo or no way, you know.
Yeah, he don't really have a choice either. He ain't have much of a choice because he getting older.
Nobody going on.
Yeah, he getting older too, so he ain't got that. He ain't got the features that the young Melo used to have. He ain't got the buckets that the young Melo used to have. He still got a little bit of gas in the tank, but he ain't got a full tank. He ain't running on full like he used to be.
When you think like, because him and LeBron were in the same class, right?
Yeah, it was same draft class.
Same draft class. And LeBron, been in the league just as long as Melo. But LeBron, LeBron can be like, it's my way or no way.
He got that kind of power. Exactly. And his play is backing it up.
Yeah.
His play backs it up. So if he was to tell Luke Walton, Luke, this is what we about to do next game. We like, look, I know you said we doing this, but this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Everybody on his team will probably be like, well, LeBron said, LeBron told me to do this. I'm sorry, Luke. LeBron got so much authority around the league. It's crazy. And because Melo had so many years in the league where he wasn't productive or he wasn't doing much or making selfish decisions, I should say, going for money and going for higher checks and things like that, rather than trying to go for wins and sacrificing for the team, that really put him in the shadow. It put him back further. And I think that created a lot of things I think that created this false narrative that Melo probably can't play as good as he could, or clearly he can't play as good as he could, but can't play to a good level.
Yeah.
I think that created that false narrative because he was doing so much, and usually when a team isn't winning, don't nobody watch them. Usually you don't hear come playoff time, if your team not in the playoffs, you're not watching them. You don't.
So
it's rare.
Don't like the Knicks. Knicks haven't done nothing.
Yeah, they haven't done nothing. You don't really see too many people watching Kings games, you don't see the last few seasons. They don't get
national televised,
in certain areas, they don't, unless it's the hometown.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, a person doesn't really watch too many bad teams play basketball.
Exactly.
That's why Warriors get so much attention. Rockets get so much attention. That's why they get these big Christmas games.
That's where the money's at.
Exactly. When the last time you seen the Kings play on a Christmas game?
I don't think I ever have.
Exactly. But that's my whole point. Because Carmelo took the route of staying with bad teams where he should have left, or staying with teams because they offered him more money, he didn't really get a chance to showcase his talent.
So do you think Melo's, his experience in the league and his decisions kind of prove that players going for the ring and going to the teams that they know where they can win is the best decision versus being loyal and staying with your team?
Oh, no. I don't anytime Melo stayed with a team, I highly doubt it was from him being loyal. I highly doubt it.
Then why do you think he stayed?
Money.
Okay.
When he stayed, he could have left New York, but they offered him more money, and he was like, "Okay, I'll stay." But he had the option to go to multiple places, and I said it multiple times. I was like, the only time Melo has ever came up in the news or media is when he was about to get traded. Mm-hmm. Before he went to Houston, nobody said nothing about Carmelo dropping buckets. Nobody said nothing. And I would usually be on your side because in the past I would always say, Melo, it's time for Melo to just hang it up. It's time for him to hang it up. But now that I see he's trying to change and trying to just become a team player, I'm like, okay, I'll give him another chance. But that's my reason why I'm saying he still just keep going and playing. But he hasn't made any, before now, he didn't make any team-made decisions or decisions based on loyalty to his fan base. Because if it was based on loyalty, he would probably still be with the Knicks or the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
But he done went to OKC, he done went to Rockets, and he had the chance to leave Knicks, but they offered him more money. I remember at the time they were talking about him going to the Bulls, they were talking about him going multiple places. And I thought he was going to leave. I said his best decision was to leave. That's what he should have done. But instead he chose to take the money. And I'm not knocking him for it. Go ahead and get your money. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to make some kind of sacrifice when you in the league and you want to choose between money or winning.
Yeah, and it gets to the point when you're making that much money, it's like,
I want to win.
$5 million, not that much of a difference.
Yeah, it's like I want to win. It gets to a point, and usually when players hit that point where they're like, look, I'm ready to win. they get too old. That's what usually happens. They get too old. And that's like the Houston Rockets when Clyde Drexler and Charles Barkley, all of them came to the Houston Rockets to try and win a ring. They was all older. Everybody was older, and they like that's when they finally made that decision. We trying to win. Yeah. But they came together, everybody was hurt, things didn't end well. A lot of guys in the league do that. They wait till it's too late, and then boom, it's like, dang, I should have tried to do this. And when they on their last leg, they like, now I'm gonna try and win.
Yeah, it's like they're maturing too late. Like, you know.
Yeah, some
players, you know.
It's in my opinion, it's a personal preference between each person that's in the league. You know, some people care more about the money and just focus on things outside of basketball, and you got those people. Most of them are superstars, or you can tell the difference just about between the people who care about the money and outside activities versus the others who care about basketball and basketball only. You can tell usually because they play with a different type of game. They got that chip on their shoulder that show like, look, I put in this work. I put in the work where I'm trying to win.